She has faith that the rich guy is going to have legal issues. What? Hey y'all, hey, let's get into this amazing reading for Kimora and the Diddy trial. How is she feeling about okay, got a lot to say. All right, this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You got to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are always here, welcome back, friend. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I don't know why, but Spirit is acknowledging this is a crybaby. Like, she is a cry baby. You know that one meme of Kim Kardashian and she's like, ugly crying? Like, I don't know why Spirit is showing me that, but let's get into it. So when it comes to Kimora and this Diddy trial, there's this energy of the pot calling the kettle black. There's hypocrisy, projection, similarity, blame, introspection is needed. She's also acknowledging egg on your face in regards to the situation, acknowledging that one wanted peace, but your actions do not speak louder than your words. So you get what you get and don't throw a fit. And this feels like I'm directing this energy towards P. Diddy from her energetically, that the house was on fire, that there is not just an issue with the home, but also with his physical body, and Spirit is not invited in, and Spirit don't want to be invited into no chaos. It has to be a real, authentic, and genuine relationship in order for Spirit to be like, okay, I'll stay here. Okay, because when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, and in this instance, the student is not ready, and so the teacher is like, I'll find somebody else to teach. Got it? I do see air sign energy here as well, acknowledging that there's disorganized thinking, disorganized thoughts that can, or actions that are manifested from irrational thinking. Okay, so it's just like all over the place. I also see a lot of red here, acknowledging that one is not rooted and or grounded, meaning that one is not maintaining authenticity and genuinity. I also see a lot of green, meaning that the heart chakra here is not balanced. So one is doing things that create total imbalance. Okay, misalignment. Losing money. The heart chakra has imbalances and or delays, not having up healthy boundaries, and also acknowledging that one is not standing on a solid ground, right? Earth sign energy. So there's poor manners, lack of tact. Thank you, Spirit. Discourtesy and politeness, social grace is required. She's also acknowledging that he's sweating like a sinner in church, hiding behind his higher intuitive self because he knows his choices are no bueno. Okay, and the choices that people make are the choices that people make, but don't think that karma don't see. Karma sees all, hears all, knows all. Karma comes when karma chooses. Okay, and so Spirit is acknowledging that there's guilt, remorse, nerves, worry, confession, coming clean, apology, and integrity is needed. Now, this sweating like a sinner in church has to do with something and or someone from Georgia. Now, you and I always talk about this. You always tell me when I'm reading on him and this Georgia card comes out that Kim is from Georgia. So there is a swirl of communication around sexual sacral energy, creative energy, emotional energy, sweating like a sinner in church because someone was sweet as a Georgia peach, filled with kindness, tender care, charming, beauty, flirtation, and a delicious experience. There's also this energy of her acknowledging that there's a lot of pointing fingers, and one finger is pointed, several fingers are pointed back around this sexual sacral energy, this emotional energy, this creative energy when it comes to Sean Combs, and that there's something that is still suppressed in that one cannot speak in reference to energy around passion for people, business, family, friend, or foe. But Spirit is drawing me to look at her mouth too, and acknowledging the words that are coming out of one's mouth in reference to this are not rooted and grounded because this energy did not maintain authenticity and genuinity. So it's lies. Like, and that's the energy that I feel like her energy is emitting into the universe. Lies. Anything that he's saying, lies. Like, she's really glued to the TV as well. Spirit is acknowledging suffering, filled with disdain, displeasure, content, needs to read between the lines. And this has to do with all this manifestation of hug and kiss up on who you wanted to. Hugs and kisses, adoration, snuggling, pillow talking, bonding, and someone's favorite. Now, how does Kim Porter feel about Kimora, current energy? All right. There goes that Georgia, sweet as a Georgia peach again. So she's acknowledging that she stayed on this side for way too long, knowing what she knew, filled with pride, ego, and people-pleasing energy. Now, how does that feel? She said you could have overcame this obstacle and returned to your place of peace, strength, and resilience a long time ago, but you stayed over here, focused on boredom, monotony, small-mindedness. Branch out, move on, novelty is needed. And this is because of sexual sacral energy. She's like, she got caught up in the same thing, in the same game. You know, there's also this energy of sweet as a Georgia peach. Like, you could have overcame this obstacle for me a long time ago. Not my business. And she's acknowledging that she needs to get rooted and grounded, that she needs to maintain authenticity and genuinity on her path. She's also acknowledging that there's some connection to family with her, that she needs to stay rooted and grounded. But there's this energy of connection when it comes to Kimora. Oh. How does Kimora's energy feel around the Diddy trial? Thank you. She's acknowledging the ancestors are watching, but she's also acknowledging that a mojo bag is needed. It's time to carry your power. Make a mojo bag with personal concerns and feed it weekly when it comes to Sean Combs. Kimora, how does she feel about what's happening with Sean Combs' current energy? There's some healing energy going on. She has faith that the rich guy is going to have legal issues. He has legal issues, right, with the U.S. Department. And this is because of that mature woman. Y'all always tell me that look like Janice. Is that you, Jan? His mama, auntie, cousin, sister, friend? Not my business. Anything else? Well, there goes that high honor official again. He said, hello, because she's even been hurt. Has she been contacted? Have you been hurt by Sean Combs as well? My goodness. But yeah, it's high honor official saying hello to all these people who've been hurt by him, and he no longer has access. He's been blocked, but it is acknowledging energetically that she feels like she's been hurt by him as well. And she was like, let me block him real quick. Kimora's energy around this trial. She's acknowledging that it's time for some deeper introspection, some shadow work, some enlightenment, some spiritual contemplations, receiving guidance from her spiritual team. She's acknowledging with the Knight of Wands that she's very passionate and very confident and very action oriented right now. Like, she's going after it. Like, if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you, right? Because I'm not taking it anymore. With the Two of Wands in reverse, there's an energy though that she feels like there's a fear of the unknown, cancel plans, avoiding risk, being left in a place. It feels like she too was a part of this situation. And when I say that, like, just getting caught up into the scandal, the life, the fast pace, the drugs and alcohol and sex, all of that stuff, right? Energetically, allegedly, there's a seeking of redemption when I say that with the Ten of Swords in reverse. There's a persevering and seeking forgiveness and trying to rise above problems, trying to heal and deal with her own energy of recovery. What is her biggest obstacle in regards to the situation? Remember, I read biggest obstacle in reverse. Page of Swords, scatterbrain is an obstacle. Exhaustion, lack of planning, sarcastic is an obstacle. Gossipy, insulting, playing mind games is an obstacle. Not listening to her higher intuitive self is an obstacle. Silence is an obstacle. Accepting surface knowledge is an obstacle. And then with the Eight of Swords in reverse, productivity and release are obstacles. Self-limiting beliefs are obstacles. Freedom is an obstacle. Being hopeful is an obstacle. With the Queen of Wands in reverse, jealousy, pushy, demanding is an obstacle. Vengeful, hot-tempered is an obstacle. And Spirit is acknowledging because you can't believe that you allowed yourself to do some of the things that you did during that time too. Not my business. What is Kim's message to Kimora? Scatterbrained, exhausted, confused, and sarcastic. She says she's playing mind games with the Page of Wands, or Page of Swords in reverse. She's also acknowledging with the Eight of Wands in reverse that things are going to slow down for her. She's going to lose momentum. She's not prepared. She's also acknowledging that she's going to be seeking redemption with the Ten of Swords in reverse. And that there's forgiveness and she's going to rise above her problems and there's going to be some healing and recovery. But this feels very nasty, like nasty, nice. So I don't know what kind of... It feels like Kim is like, girl, you should have been said something. That's how it feels. Yeah, she says she's a fool. She's going to be starting over. And thinking that the universe is just going to catch her. But she's a fool. She's a fool. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, she's acknowledging careless and pessimistic, cold-hearted. She said, I know you. She said, I know you. Don't start, Spirit. With the Page of Wands in reverse, she says she's hasty, impatient, impulsive, distracted, easily tricked, lacks direction. And it feels like she's trying to do something on behalf of Kim Porter. But I don't know why Spirit is acknowledging a day late and a dollar short. Like, don't feel bad for me. I feel bad for you. It feels like she's trying to like offer her some form of offering or truce, or like, you know what I'm saying, when somebody feel bad about something and it eats them up, and so they do everything they can do it they wish they had done when that person was here. That's the energy that's coming through. All right, anything else when it comes to Kimora and how she feels about Sean Combs? She's acknowledging that they are family. She wishes him peace and emotional stability and security. She's also acknowledging that he is a manifester and that this is where his power is. The art of communication. He's got the gift of gab. But in the middle of the deck, she's acknowledging there's betrayal, deception, neglected social life, gossip, scandal, and three's a crowd. Okay, and that's with the Three of Cups in reverse. Thank you, Spirit. And with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, she's acknowledging he's a workaholic, complacent, stubborn, dull, lazy, pessimistic, a perfectionist, broken promises, and impatient. And so you get what you get and don't throw a fit. Y'all, call me back.